Hi, my name is Victor Munyala, and the purpose of my presentation is to persuade you to make new policies to minimize the environmental impact of coffee production and to make the coffee industry sustainable. My resource is coffee, the world's most awesome. A lot of adults and teens use it. Coffee is commonly taken as a drink. People want coffee to help them stay awake and energized and to help them get through the day. On the slide above are important facts about coffee. In producing coffee, there are many steps. It all starts with the harvesting of the berries. When people harvest coffee, they are handpicked when the coffee cherries are ripe. Once the coffee is harvested, there are two options. One method is called the dry process method, which is easier and does not require as much work as the other method, which is called the wet process method, which uses fermentation and makes the coffee taste very mild. Next, coffee is sorted, then they sit on a concrete patio and then get raked in the sun. This slide shows the top 10 coffee producing countries in 2010 to 2011. The slide shows the output in thousands of bags as well as the percentage of world production. At first, coffee was originally grown in the shade of trees. Then in the 1970s, a lot of farmers transitioned to the sun cultivation method where coffee was grown below the sun and where there was no shade. The pros of this method caused coffee cherries to ripen quicker and produce more yield. The cons were that this system required the cutting down of trees and adding pesticides and chemicals which harmed the environment and ultimately affected the ecosystem. Basically, the sun cultivation method harmed ecosystems from pesticide pollution, destruction of habitats, deforestation, and finally, soil and water fills. There is an alternative method in producing coffee which is called the shade-grown coffee method. In this method, coffee farmers plant coffee in the trees instead of planting them in rainforest. Shade-grown coffee is a way to create a sustainable coffee industry. Government and non-government organizations work together to promote sustainable coffee. An example of non-government organization is Greenpeace and the Rainforest Alliance. The alternative shade-grown coffee would reduce the damage on the ecosystem because it shows that the shade-grown coffee method, as promoted by American Birding Association, the Rainforest Alliance, the National Arbor Day Foundation, and the Smithsonian Migratory Bird Center, is more environmentally friendly. The above slide shows deforestation rates from 2000 to 2005. As you can see, Brazil is the world leader, clearing over 3 million hectares per year. My conclusion and recommendations are we use the shade-grown coffee method so that the coffee can stay in the global market and so that the production of coffee can be sustainable. Transforming the coffee industry to a sustainable coffee model will yield healthier workers, more animal diversity, and better use of scarce resources. Thank you for listening. Here are my information sources. And here are where I got my images.